What's up, Dragon Brood? Today I'm going to try to give y'all a little something that y'all been asking for. You'll want more Ratadrabik. And I kind of agree with you. I do like playing the different token situations or whatever. So let's hop in and see all the different cards we're going to try to make work with Ratadrabik today. Don't forget, if you'd like to support the channel and support those that support me, check out ultrapro.com/PowrDragn. Use promo code PowrDragn. They'll save you 5% at checkout. Give us a kickback here. You can also join the channel if you want to get some extra content, get your decks looked at, get some help, get your stuff featured here on the channel. And we have new merch, cool new shirts to celebrate 3 years of consecutive days of videos here on YouTube. So check all that out, but let's hop right into this deck. So obviously we're going to be playing some Ratadrabik today. Ratadrabik of Urborg, the full name there. And this card is actually really good because it's one, hard to kill, but two, if they do kill your other things, you get copies of them, which is actually pretty sweet if they are legendary. So that's something we'll have to keep in mind as we talk about these other cards. Speaking of which, we are going to pair this with Ellis Il-Kor, because this is actually really cool if you do manage to keep it in play, because now when your creatures die, you're getting to deal damage, and you're getting an extra token, so that's pretty awesome. Or maybe you just gain enough life to stay alive against the aggro decks. We're going to be playing some Catilda. Now, not everything in the deck is a human, obviously, as the first two cards we talked about aren't. But Catilda herself could still tap for mana, and the other humans we'll be playing will be able to do that. So, if nothing else, we would like Catilda for the longer game, so to put +1/+1s on all those tokens we get, so they can actually be big enough to fight. Now, a human we will be playing is Adeline. Not a big surprise. Makes tokens. That works well with Ellis Il-Kor. And this is actually really cool if you do get this back after a sweeper and still get to attack and make more bodies. King Darien, Extra Large the 8th, obviously a legendary creature, and pumps all your other creatures. And if Ratadrabik goes off and makes a couple of tokens, we can actually protect those legendary tokens and keep them alive, so why not? Now, one of the other cards that y'all really wanted to pair with Ratadrabik is Mondrak. Now, I have no idea if this is going to work out well or not because they're both 4 mana, but if you do get it to work, once you start sacrificing your other legends, then you're getting copies, and now you've got an indestructible Mondrak that every time a token comes back, you're getting 2 copies of them. Like, that seems really cool, so hopefully we'll get it in play at least once and have it go off. Now, we are going to play some dragons as well with Ao the Dawn Sky, which is actually really good for finding a Ratadrabix or a Mondrak, hopefully. But we also have access to Junji, and Junji's pretty sweet because, one, it's hard to block and it's a flyer and it's big, but it does actually get stuff back out of the graveyard, which occasionally, if you get tricky, could let you steal something from your opponent's yard, or just get back something like your Ratadrabik that might have died the turn before. So not a bad inclusion for this list. Now, we are going to be playing some mana creatures and some removal, but one of the cards we're going to play in addition to this is Rabble Rousing, mostly because we get a benefit from Ellis Il-Kor. Having more creatures is good for Adeline. We actually get more large creatures, I would say, as far as something with like King Darien. And of course, getting to double all those tokens with Mondrak. So we'll see. Don't know how often it's going to come up, but we'll find out. But anyway, let's go play some games. And at the end of the video, we'll have the deck list with what we learned from playing these games and see what the final list should look like. Oh boy. Well, this is a mulligan, sadly. Keep this. Get rid of 1 Ratadrabix, maybe. Alright, we'll see what happens. That's not helpful. Sad. Oh, that actually didn't get met by a Make Disappear. I could have sworn that's what was going to happen there. I mean, I guess if they're just holding removal, that's the other option. But looks like they don't want to waste it on 1/1s, which I totally understand. Biting Palm Ninja. Whoa. That's... Okay. Little tough here, actually. I guess we go with Ratadrabix first. No attacks. See if maybe we're to get lucky and could cast a Mondrak next turn. Alright, well, they had extra removal anyway, so it didn't matter. It was all irrelevant. I mean, I guess if we'd have Mondrax, who knows, they could have had some other removal. Wow. Wow. Okay. A bunch of corpse appraisers and another. I guess I know what we're calling. Jeez. Okay, then. That's a crazy hand. I mean, yeah, I guess. Sort of felt like if they had removal, they had removal. Like, what are we going to do about it? Yep. I was like, man, come on, just let us get the land so we could just play our Dawn Sky and call it good. Alright. And the turn. Having a Loam Speaker is not bad, though. It's like pseudo land here, right? You know, it's like almost the same. Yeah, that dies. Now you can play the other Corpse Appraiser. Would make sense. Yep. I think we still just kill one of them. Wow, it's tough. Had I played that Mondrak, we'd have been in much better position when we did. Because it turns out they didn't have row removal for it till just now, so. Didn't know at the time, though. Hindsight and all that. Okay, well, finally, there's some mana. Nope, I will just take a point here, deck. Silly arena. Pass. Alright, what are those 3 cards plus 1 that they could draw here? We knew one was the Corpse Appraiser because they already had that in hand. We saw that one. Question is, what are they going to get? And does it exile? That's kind of the real secret here. Looks like no. I mean, maybe they're looking to attack, see if I block. If I don't, they ninjutsu in. I mean, I'm going to block with the Dawn Sky regardless, I think. Actually, you know, I say that. Yeah, I probably would. I probably would. Alright, they're just going to play the other Biting Palm. Interesting. Where does this leave us? Alright, let's attack for 6. If we play this, we would have mana up to be able to protect it and could sacrifice the Dawn Sky. Alright. Whereas if we play Catilda, we wouldn't have mana up necessarily. So we're going to end the turn. Which also makes it tough because we don't really want to sacrifice the Dawn Sky, but we would. Alright, all those Corpse Appraisers are now in play. What are we looking at here? So they want to kill that. Alright, it resolves. Go hunt. Ooh, Adeline or Darien? I guess we got Adeline, since we have a Mondrak now. And that's a big body. Our turn. That works too. I'd rather not tap that, though, if we can avoid it. Let's get white out of this. Tap this. We'll attack with these 2. Yep, that'll do it. Oh, boy. Let's keep it. Man, if we find a land, maybe we're okay. If we don't, we're going to be absolutely miserable. Alright, let's start here. Alright, that could be worse. It's about to be real worse for us. Because I have a feeling our life totals don't matter. Yeah, that's the case. We might as well just block, right? Yep. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, they're going to be able to cast it anyway. It'll just take their whole turn, but sure. Wow. That's a mess. Oh, that's super annoying. Alright, I guess we block it. Just keep damage off of us as long as we can. Ugh, jeez. You're kidding. I mean, I guess we play this? I mean, this is tough. I kind of wanted to play Wedding Announcement there, to be honest, knowing the opponent's hand was already kind of weak, but I felt like it was also possible we could fall behind a bit too much. Yeah, that's fine. Let's trade for this. Oh, no. This is terrible. Oh, gosh. All right. Well, now we got a Wedding Announcement. We're going to take some amount of toxic damage here. We're going to end up with 3 no matter what. So, doesn't really matter which one we block. Alright. Skrelv, that's going to be a pain too. We got it, but it might be too late. Alright, let's go here. Good news is, we do have green and white things, so Skrelv won't have clean usage. So that's a start. I mean, Skrelv probably calls green, I assume. Alright. And we will block. And then my hope here is maybe... Okay, didn't have to do it. Whew. I'm not totally sure how we survived that on the lands we had, but we got really lucky. But what I was thinking of doing is just going ahead. Hopefully, if we draw a land, we could just play Wandering Emperor and leave up all our blockers, right? Get rid of Skrelv, maybe. If not, then I would have just let the turn happen, get our token. They'd probably use Skrelv again to try to protect the duelists. Then we would try to use Wandering Emperor, and hopefully that would be enough to at least get us where we wanted to go. But it looks like the opponent just scooped there anyway, so we got pretty lucky. Mulligan this, sadly. Alright, I mean, this is something. We'll keep it. Hopefully we draw something good to do on turn 3, though. Looks like that's a negative, friend. Alright, Bank Buster. Bank Buster. Just pass. Mostly because this gives us the opportunity to play a Wandering Emperor if we feel we need to. I guess we try. This probably gets it with a Make Disappear. No, they're just going to draw a card. Okay, pretty good. Wow, that's not so good, though. +1, this guy. I guess we're attacking. Yeah, I'm not really sure what we're doing here. Our hand's pretty terrible. Okay, they can play tap, so no sweeper here yet. Path of Peril, that's unfortunate. Not that we could really do much about it one way or the other. Wow. Okay. Pass a turn. Shieldred. Cool. Alright. We would like to kill a Shieldred. Oh my goodness, really?
Strike fast and strike hard.
Like, come on, man. Oh, this is abysmal. I'm just waiting them to play Invoke Despair because it's in nearly every deck, it seems like. Yeah, I don't know if we could have drawn worse than this. Just attack into our Wandering Emperor. We got nothing, opponent. Like, we truly have nothing going on here. Alright, a pass. GG's. Like, we're done. I'm moving on to the next game. Mulligan that. Keep this. Scrap a Plains. I mean, we can do everything else on just the 3 mana, so why not? Joint Exploration. That's not one you see all that often. Cool, though, that somebody's playing with it. I was very tempted to go with Catilda there, but I figured even if we played Catilda, unless we found another thing that cost 2, we weren't going to do 2 spells next turn anyway. So this seems reasonable to try. I mean, they may want to counter the Peacekeeper. Put on top of the light. Okay, sure. Like, we'll try again next turn, I guess. No attacks, just in case I have a Wandering Emperor. I want to hold on to this for just a sec. Even though I probably should be attacking with it. Deluge. Alright. Well, the good news is we'll get to pick from some good selection of cards, hopefully. I mean, they already know we have this, so it's not like it's a real secret. Deluge, Farewell, Jace, Detour. Wow, Nissa, what is this? Alright, well, I guess we call Farewell. As much as we hate it. I really hate that Farewell's a Magic card. I know I gripe about it a lot, but it's definitely on my most hated list. Mostly because it, like, undoes somebody doing all this fun stuff, setting up all these permanents, whatever, and it's like, oh, well, you just lose everything. So it, like, reduces the want for people to play all these artifacts, enchantments, whatever, because you're just going to lose them most of the time anyway. Alright, we got 36 cards left. We know they can't Farewell next turn. I'm just trying to think, like, how we can maximize damage here. The best we could play this. I mean, I guess we just wander Wedding Announcement and get a card and plan on playing the long game. I mean, I think that's the best plan here. I assume Wedding Announcement hits. Maybe we try to play Catilda and Wedding Announcement on the same turn if we get a chance. I could have also just attacked, played Mondrak. Actually, that might have been better. They go to 7. Nah, it wouldn't have made a huge difference. It would have made a difference, but not a gigantic one, really. Sure. We attack. I mean, they bounce it. They go to 4. Yeah, we just end the turn, I guess. Like, not sure what we're going to do there otherwise. I mean, they could play Nissa here. Go to 2. Opponent says GG's. Okay, cool, we'll take it. Sure, let's keep. Ooh, that's an interesting option for a turn 2. I mean, I assume we just go with Catilda. Even if we Catilda here, though, what do we get next turn? I mean, I guess Mondrak, but that's probably not great. So I guess we just cast Ellis, actually. I mean, potentially more value. I mean, yeah, we're not blocking, so, I mean... Oh, wow. Okay, that didn't go how I anticipated. Oh, this is not good. This feels like... This means they just have a bunch of, like, Shieldrids and Invoke Despairs. If that's all that's going down. Yeah, we'll just take it. Because I don't know what the hell's happening right now. Okay, there is a Shieldred. so not a huge surprise. No mana. Not good here, though. Attack. I guess you're probably just going to trade me because you have another Shieldred. The fact they didn't insta-block here is actually kind of good, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they do have another, and they were just hesitating. I have no idea. End the turn. This is usually where we get Invoked Despaired. Yeah, no blocks. You got it, you got it. I'll eat it. Brotherhood's in. Fair enough. We'll sack this and try to save our tokens. Alright. Wow. I just, like... I mean, really? Like, this is unbelievable. God. Even if we play this, I mean, we really can't do anything with it. I mean, I guess we're just playing this. That's kind of lame. Alright. Yeah, we'll jump block. Oh, is this too little too late? I gotta go for it. I'm just trying to think if there's any way this works out for us, though, at this point. And we gotta block if they attack. Junji lets us get Catilda back, which is something. I mean, if Junji lives, if we get a Ratadrabik, maybe. I don't know. Alright, we gotta block. Because if they have another Invoke Despair, we'd have just been miserable. Which they very well might. We take 4 more and go to 5. And I would sacrifice Junji to get Catilda, or Adeline back. Okay. Target creature from a graveyard on the battlefield. Actually, we can get their Shieldred. Let's do that. That's way better value. Great. We can live with that. So ultimately, it would have resulted the same, no matter what creature we got there. Alright, hopefully this isn't too bad. Alright, they're digging, that's good. Archfiend, that's bad. Because we no longer have our flyer. Yep. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Still playing Magic for a little bit. No attack, though. Alright, they're going digging again. I mean, they might just replay their underdog here. Getting rid of a swamp. Alright, so now we don't have to worry about Harvester killing any. Ugh! They found another Archfiend. Ugh. That might just do it. Yep. Alright, took us too long to find our mana. Easy mo. This is much better. Let's keep this. Oh, man, the greedy part of me really wants to keep rabble-rousing. I think that's gotta go, though. Little sad. Little sad. Probably could have got away with it, but we'll see. Do we go Catilda here? I mean, I guess there's a world where we might want to Ellis plus Fateful Absence, but I doubt it. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. They got to lay down arms, so we're going to do neither of those things. What is this guy? Exile it from a graveyard, scratch first strike? Alright, that's a magic card. I forgot that existed. Yep, Adeline, you got it. Sure, block this duder. Ratadrabik. No attacks. Adversary, you got it. Block this, I guess. You know, in reality, I could have just let my Ellis die there. No attacks, and a turn. So now we have blockers, and we have to kind of decide what we want to do with all this. Commando's unfortunate. Not the end of the world, though. Scry 2, fair enough. Alright, let's kill the adversary. And then we'll block here. We'll block here. We'll block here. Alright. Nice. That doesn't suck. Right on cue. No attacks. Would you like to give us... Oh, they are going to give us a creature. Okay, we get to gain a life back. That helps. Alright. Hopefully they don't find a lay down arms, because that would be bad for our Dawn Sky. Ah, did they? They sure did. That sucks. Man, that's rough. Alright, they're going to get rid of Wedding Announcement here. That's fine. We can live with that. Don't know what their last card is. That seems a bit suspicious. But, I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, that wasn't so bad after all. And another Ratadrabik. That's cool. We'll keep the old one. Then we get piles of other ones. Alright. Adeline, you got it. That land's not helping anything, deck. Pass. Hey, that helps a ton, though. Let's do that for sure. Alright, cool. Got there. Also, because they only had a 1/4, I could have attacked as well into their creature. I don't know why I didn't on the previous turn, but there I was going to attack again anyway. So, we're in pretty good shape regardless. But still one of those things that we kind of knew, unless they had like a Wandering Emperor, but they probably would have played it already, I would have been fine attacking there. Alright, let's try it. Let's see what happens. Alright. Catilda on board. And even if Catilda dies, we're not losing much here. Except for being able to play Dawn Sky on turn 4. No attacks. Though we might just play Wedding Announcement and get more cards. If Catilda does live. Because that's a real thing. Though Shieldred's super annoying, so maybe we don't do that. That resolves. Alright, well, we have other plans now. No attacks. The good news is we'll have blockers for a minute for Shieldred, so other than the 2 we're losing per turn, it's not like the end of the world here. But they are going to be gaining life, and that's going to make it pretty difficult to get anything done. Wow, alright. Just more Wedding Announcements, sure. I mean, we can play them, so I guess we do. Attack with just the 1. And then we'll just start putting counters on things, I guess. We'll have enough bodies to do it. Not the way you plan on winning games, but sometimes you just got to work with what you got. Yeah, Shieldred definitely makes having this Rite of Harmony a bit dangerous here. Because we'd be drawing 4 extra cards on a turn, and that's not nothing, you know? Scrap Gorgers aren't really doing anything right now. Looks like they don't have an exile effect for our dragon, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, makes sense to kill that. Because our creatures were about to start getting dumb big. I mean, if you can kill it, you might as well. It's better than letting it fly over. Okay, well, do you have a way to kill it? Let's find out. I mean, if you're going to do it, you got to do it now. Oh, well, that works. Ooh, this is a real question. Do we put counters on everything? I have a bunch of 3/3s. Ooh. You know what? Nah, I'm just going to go get other things. Feels like that's just being greedy. Well, okay. I guess that's all we get. Wow, we had a lot of lands on top. It's a bit unfortunate. But I'm just going to do this.
We must protect.
No attacks. Sure. We just need to draw a land like one time. Alright. Just draw a land right here. That would be great. Because otherwise, like, next turn... Okay. Sure. We'll sack one of these. And I guess this... Okay. That doesn't help us. That's actually kind of bad. Alright. Well, next turn we just have to start attacking regardless. We're going to have so many bodies, we just can't not attack, you know? We'll end up trading with the Scrap Gorgers, unfortunately. I guess I could have attacked there with some 2/2s, but I really wanted to get the extra bodies. Even though the cards would have been nice, we would have just taken damage from Shieldred. Yep. Alright, let's see what they got. Hopefully it's nothing great. Spend all their mana to kill a Ratadrabik. I'd be okay with that. Sure, you got it. Alright. Come on, something good. Actually, King Darian, extra large, the 8th, come to the top, please. No. Actually, that's not bad, though. I mean, we don't have anything in the yard, but it is a flyer. You know, that matters. Sure. Let's go with this. I would have been fine tapping and taking a damage deck. I don't know if you're aware of that. Yeah, we'll attack with those. Don't want to attack with any more than that, just in case. We are only at 9. I don't know if something stupid can happen here. Opponent could have blocked first and then turned those into 3/3s. Would have worked. Oh, actually, do we just die now? No, they're blocking. Okay. I was thinking maybe. But they'd have to have a removal card. I was thinking they could copy stuff, but I guess we're mostly fine. I mean, they're taking 15 here. No, they're taking 12. They blocked an extra one there. Okay. That actually worked out okay. So now we can block 3 things. Even if they have a removal card, we shouldn't die here. Yep, Fable's not going to do it. Excellent. We'll take a bonus body. Go to attacks. Attack for 7. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the ground. Yeah, that's it. Let's do it. I'm gonna keep that back because they can still copy something here, but we're all right. All right, let's keep it. I guess we'll play that. I can't think of a reason we need it, but it's fine. Skrelv's Hive. Oh no. Well, now we do want to try to do this. I wasn't going to at first, but now that we can play 2 things next turn, then now it's worth it. Jawbone Duelist. Alright, that's not a bad pickup. We're okay with that. Oh, I did that wrong. Well, I don't know. Our life total probably doesn't matter. But still should have done it the other way so we could gain a point of life. Alright, what do we got going on here? Alright, it's all you. Sure, let's block here, I guess. Wow, we really don't have much happening right now, do we? Jeez. Pass. I guess I'm gonna have to try to kill the Slaughter Stinger. I mean, killing the Duelist would be okay, I suppose, but... equal to the number of creatures you control. Alright, so let's get rid of this guy. I mean, we just take it. Alright, now let's see if we can make some bodies. Dang it. I just wanted to make some extra blockers. Why you treat me like this, deck? Why? Why does this have to be this way? A wedding announcement would have been awesome. Like, I don't know. We had options, but that's none of these are going to get us there. Now I'm just going to hope we get to keep our creatures and block. Put counters on things. It's kind of where we're at right now. Now, if we get anything, I'm hoping to get things that don't cost very much, mana-wise. Sure. Let's go... I'm going to block on one of these, just in case. We're going to block here, and we're going to block here. So I assume there's a Tyvar stand or something. Nope, we're just going to give a dude +1. Okay. That is a thing. Oh, it gives it +2, actually. Okay, well, actually, we still get to kill that, though. Okay. I mean, we'll trade with it, currently. But we're okay with that. So they have to use another card here to keep it alive. Cool. We're good with that. If they have to spend all their resources like that, we're okay. We'll take that exchange. Nice. Don't hate this either. Pass. Alright, Junji. It's up to you, Fred. What you gonna do for us? Bloated Contaminator. Sure. That doesn't change too much. Neither does that. Though we do need to find a way to start getting some bodies for blockers, or this is gonna get ugly. We already scored the Mondrak. We need other stuff now. Yeah, okay. Like, doesn't really solve our problem, but, you know. Maybe if we could find something that would make a creature, we could draw and chain into 2 or 3 bodies here. Wouldn't mind that at all. Alright, opponent just passing? Okay. Come on. Alright. Here's what we're going to have to do then. I think we're going to... Oh, I can't, because I'd have to sacrifice 2 creatures. This is gross. Alright, we're just going to get overrun and die. Like, we've just drawn lands. Yeah, there's really nothing we can do here. And we're already at 5, so I mean, opponent just attacks with everything. Like, any 1 point kills us. So that's exactly what I would do. Yeah, the life total, that's whatever. Yeah, it's just the other stuff that's gonna get us here. Yep. You get all those bonuses. We block here. We block here, I guess. We block here. Call it good. Like, there's not much else we can do. 1, 2, 3, 4. We go to 9, and we probably just die next turn unless we find a way to chain some bodies. Let's see what happens. Can't use our land to pump because the Slaughter Stinger causes the extra +1s. Alright. Opponent says oops. I guess they were thinking they were going to be able to kill us here, but they're not. And not going to lie, I kind of wanted Junji to die in a way, so I was kind of hoping they might have had something there. But they're still pretty close to killing us. Wow. Alright, we don't have a choice. I'm going to have to sacrifice these creatures to find something. They don't have anything that makes bodies. I've got Ellis, but that's not anything. And we can't alright. We'll spin white. Oh, actually, no. How do we want to do this? Alright, let's activate white. I'm willing to pay 2. 2 life. Auto tapper. Sure, let's get rid of this and this. I mean, I guess, yeah, we gotta. I don't have a choice. Go to our graveyard because we get back Ellis. Oh, I did that wrong. I had to, with that on the stack. I didn't hit. Alright, whatever. We're dead. Mulligan. Keep it. This actually kind of, the whole hand's good here. I'll get rid of Fade Flaps and I'll live dangerously. Of course, I could have got rid of the land because my first card was a land there. Not only that, it was even a Plaza. Alright, let's go with this dude. Please don't hurt us. Oh boy. Alright, I'm going to play one of these just to see if we can get a counter out of their hand. Because Wedding Announcement is definitely worth more to us. Oh, well, that's not what type of deck this is at all. Well, that was a waste. Didn't know it at the time, though. Alright, we're just going to slowly but surely get proliferated to death. So I think since they have bounce spells, we're going to be better off playing Wedding Announcement. Maybe? Let's see what we draw here, though. That's not bad. Alright, well that sort of changes what we want to do, I guess. Because Wedding Announcement, or Rabble Rousing could be significant. Just attack with this. I mean, I don't know that we'll resolve a Rabble Rousing. That's going to be a different problem. But if we do, it's pretty nice here. There's the creepy bug that scrubs its teeth with his hands. I don't know, that's gross. Would you be so kind as to tap where you don't have 2 blue mana open, opponent? That would be great. I would really, really appreciate it. Matter of fact, if you wanted to just play another Scrap Gorger here, that would be cool. Dang it. They're not biting. Okay, then. I guess we'll just go for Wedding Announcement. Counter and proliferate. Oh, no. Actually, we can pay 2 for that. Oh, no, because we already have 3, so it just gets countered. Never mind. Fair enough. I guess I should have turned a land into a creature there, but whatever. It would have been 1 more point, though, so that could matter. Alright, end the turn. They also didn't take anything out of our graveyard. Wonder if they were worried about us doing something? Kept the defensive card up, maybe? Alright, opponent's going to draw some cards here. Still leaves a lot of mana available. And drawing more cards. Playing Terror. And Gorger. Okay, well, I guess if we were going to do it, now's our opportunity. Looks like we're going to be doing some rabble-rousing. Neat, but I think this is where we're headed. Can we get a dragon under here that we could just come over the top with? Would be cool. Just clean up damage. We cannot. We already have a Mondrak in hand. So I guess if we take a Peacekeeper, we could possibly stop something silly from happening. But yeah, we're going to lose something. Probably the King or Ellis. But you know what? Still worth it. Especially since we have another King Darien Extra Large, the 8th in hand. Yep. Yep. Sounds good. And they're not blocking with Scrap Quarter, so they definitely want their mana for something. And they're willing to go to 6 here. To 5. Alright. We might need to find a land so we could try to cast both Mondrak and King, but let's see. I mean, with Ella still alive, I mean, opponent... I guess they have bounce spells that can also proliferate, so that's a thing. But they kept their creature for something. Very particularly. Didn't want to block. Why was that? Alright, we get a poison, so we're at 4. Alright, they want to bounce that. Fair enough. We're still looking for an untapped land, I think, here. Is what we're aiming for. That was not it. But that's not terrible, I guess. Another counter. Yep. I mean, I guess if it's another counter, you got it. I mean, sure. Make disappear works. Their hand's pretty light now, though. And we're only at 4 toxic, so we're kind of okay. Wait, if we just attack with everything? No, we're only going to deal 4. I'm willing to attack here, though, because it's still 3. Because 2 get through, then 1 dies, so they take an Ellis point. Alright. That puts us to 5, and they get to find a card. I mean, at this point, even just blocking is dangerous for them. They actually need to not put counters on their Scrap Gorgers so they don't kill stuff. But they also know we have the Rabble Rousing. They may or may not be able to stop it. But actually, right now, they have to have a blocker, because otherwise we attack with 4 things. 1 would get through for a point, another one would die to the Terror. Okay, Tyrannix Rex. That doesn't get us dead, though. That would put us to 9 poison. We're at way more than enough life. So, like, yeah, no blocks. Alright, we'll take it. Cool. Good win. Alright, so those games kind of were a little tough, right? Because I think there's times we wanted some other cards that we would like to have in here, but I just feel like the list is really tight. We don't have a ton of wiggle room. I mean, like, we could remove something like Junji if we wanted to. Maybe 1 Peacekeeper. Like, actually, I will tell you what was a little weird is Rite of Harmony wasn't as good as we wanted it to be. I don't even think I cast it once. Even when I drew it, I was just playing my creatures and doing other things. And maybe it's just because we had the opportunity to get cards out of Wedding Announcement. I don't really know. But we also have a lot of things that we can play early. I mean, it's a tough call. I would consider, and this is going to sound crazy, just going highly aggressive and just saying, like, you know what? Our defense is going to be our Peacekeepers, our Ratadrabiks, the Dawn Sky, stuff like that. And then we just decide when to play another King Darien, Extra Large the 8th, and maybe even play a Glissa. Because Glissa can potentially be another way to draw cards and can actually destroy enchantments, which could be helpful as well. I mean, removing counters off stuff isn't that beneficial, but occasionally it could be, right? So maybe we do something like that. And this is what I would probably consider carrying this in if I was going to play it. and I feel like you get a lot of action at every turn. And Glissa is kind of a removal spell because the first strike, Death Touch, can keep your opponent from attacking as well. But we've got 3 Fateful Absence, 4 Llanowar Worms, what the hell? 4 Llanowar Loam Speaker, 2 LSL Core, 2 Catilda, 2 Adeline, 3 Anointed Peacekeeper, 4 Wedding Announcement, 1 Glissa, 3 King Darien Extra Large the 8th, 2 Mondrak, 2 Wandering Emperor, 3 Ratadrabik, 2 Ao the Dawn Sky, 2 Rabble Rousing, 1 Junji, 2 Plains Forest, 4 Shattered Sanctum, 4 Deathcap Glade, Llanowar Waste, 2 Brushland, Razor Verge Thicket, and 4 Plaza of Heroes. So yeah, this one's a little bit tough. Now I'm gonna tell you up front, I have some games I didn't include because they were just boring. You know, just like opponent puts a Traxa in the yard, whatever gets a Traxa. Like, we've already seen that a bunch. It's not exciting. There's no interplay there, so I just didn't include those games. That said, you're going to be on the lower 20% of being able to beat the Atraxa decks anyway, so if you're running into a lot of those, you're probably not going to want to play this deck. It has very little game against those, though I'm not going to say none, because you do have Fateful Absence, and you do have the Anointed Peacekeepers that between them you can buy enough time sometimes. Against the control decks, you have a few outs with Ratadrabiks, your dragons being able to recur some creatures, find you some new bodies. And again, the Peacekeeper can buy a little bit of time. So you do have some outs in those scenarios, so it's not bad. Against other creature decks, you're actually not that bad off, and actually fairly solid against the red decks, which is pretty nice. So there are a lot of options here for this type of deck, but I will say this. For as fun as it is to try to get Ratadrabiks and Mondrak, which I don't think we actually got in play at the same time in this video. I think the one time we could have, the game was just over. So, you know, it's whatever. I don't think it's necessarily worth it. I think you should either go in on playing maybe white-black tokens or white-green tokens. I don't think there's a world where we really need to be playing green and white and black all together. I think if you wanted to do white-black, I think it's possible, and you can make it work. There are enough white things that make tokens, and, you know, you could take the parts out of this deck that go with it, and that might be a thing. Though I think for my money, I like the Selesnya Tokens list better. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Nath of the Gilt Leaf. This is an interesting elf creature that it does cost 5 for a 4/4, so it's not that exciting on rate. However, it does let you have an opponent discard a card every turn, which is kind of fun if you're playing against somebody who's just playing a bunch of counters. And every time they discard a card, you're going to get another elf token, which is pretty sweet. So you're actually getting to build an army while you're costing them their hand. Now, the card isn't going to blow the doors off anything, but it actually is a fun card for a commander. And if you have something that already cares about making people discard, this fits right into that strategy. And even better is you can find these in a lot of places for about $2 to $2.50. And if you want to check out that Selesnya Tokens list I've mentioned, I'm going to link it here so you can go check that out because I think it's pretty good. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.